here to do an evening unboxing. And I'm doing it because I got this package and I was going to do a regular unboxing video where there was sunlight and the whole bit. And I need to do it now because I've had a lot of trouble with a bunch of the drill pens that I've bought recently. And I don't know if you guys have found this, but what happens is I get these lovely drill pens, which I love working with, and then they fall on the floor or I press too hard and the tip of a multi-placer gets lodged inside and I can't take it out. So essentially the pen is destroyed. This has happened to so many of my pens. I don't even know where some of them are. Yeah, it's now happened to all of my special pens. This one here, I don't know if you can see, but I actually took a drill to it. When the piece fell out, I took a drill to it and drilled the bit that was in there out. But when I did that, it broke off a piece of the edge here, and so anyway, I've got a 3-placer in here and it's holding pretty well, but I don't know how well it's going to hold once, anyway, it's not great. So I know you want to see what I got in the bag. Okay, so a few years ago, a year ago more or less, I bought a few drill pens from a company called We Have a Handle on This. It's a Canadian company. They sell on the internet and on Facebook, I believe. But we're going to find a card inside the box here, and I'll show that to you, and you can see. Anyway, they have these custom-made pens, and the thing that's really special about them is, unlike most of the others that we get, that you put the tips or multi-placers that would go in a regular pink pen into the ends of these. What Mike does and his wife Kelly, what they do is they actually have a special gauge brass tube that they insert into the tips of their pens. And they have, you can ask for a single placer, a 2-placer, or now a 3-placer on the other end of the pen. These pens work fine. I have, as I say, about 3 of them. I also recently bought this pen, another one from a Canadian company, and also on Etsy from a company called MDM Inspired Crafts. So on Etsy, it's there's the address there. MDM Inspired Crafts. It's all one word. And oh, look, she's got an email address and the Etsy page. And so what this one is it's one of the clear pens, and then it's got a super light, I don't know what it is, outside to build up on the regular drill pen. And so you can stick a regular drill pen tip into this multi-placer or single placer. So that's good. And because the pen is light, I hope that if it falls on the floor, the weight of the pen is not going to actually break the tip that I put on here. I was afraid that this would not be very comfortable because it looks like it's quite hard. It's not. It for some reason, like it's not soft or cushy, but it's also not uncomfortable at all. And even though there's glitter in there, the glitter does not come off on the hands or on anything else. So I'm actually pretty happy with this pen. I've run out of 7-placers, and those are my favorites now. So anyway, so that's why I don't have anything on the end there. Okay, and it came in this lovely bag. wrapped up and folded in brown wrapping paper. And it came with, I think, 4 or 5 multi-placer tips. So I put all my tips away, so that's why you don't see them here. But anyway, it was fine. I paid $16 or $17 for this pen, and I thought I'd test it out, see if I liked it. Anyway, so I've been buying a whole bunch of these different pens. Because I'm so frustrated with the multi-placers breaking off in the pens that I buy, like these pens that I've bought here, these were, I think one of them was $34, the other one was $30 or $35 and $34, and I think that's US. So, you know, they're not cheap pens. So it really bothers me. I loved these pens, okay? I cannot tell you how much I loved working with these pens. They feel absolutely beautiful in the hand. And this one looks like it's been, you know, saved, and I will try to drill that out, but I thought I have to buy another pen. So, since I do like working with Mike and Kelly's drill pens, I don't love the feel of them as much as I love the feel of these ones from Jim's Handmade Pens on Etsy as well. But I do like them, and so I thought, you know what? I am going to get more pens. So let me just, and I ordered 2. So let me just get rid of this junk. And let me show you my pens. So here is the card. We have a handle on this, and there's the email address, or there's the website, www.wehaveahandleonthis.com, and then on the back, Kelly and Mike, and it's got, you know, follow us on Facebook, and they have an email address, wehaveahandleonthis@gmail.com. Well. So let's take a look at my pens. Now, the other thing I really like is they put long tips on their pens. So I ordered 3 placers. And when you take a look at the gauge of this, let me just see here. So this, well, let me get, I want to get a little pen that just has a regular 1-placer on it. Okay, so here's one that's just got a regular 1-placer on it. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm going to blow this way up. But that brass on the We Have a Handle on This pens, the tip is, it's the same size, so it works perfectly for round and square drills. But look how much thicker it is than the pens that we get from China. That is a good thick pen. The tips on these, like I press really hard. I'm one of these people who presses really hard on my drill pens. I press really hard, and on these pens, I usually, like, I have to replace the tips every so often. I have to throw them away because I actually bend them, okay? With these, I've been using the 2 pens that I've got for like about a year. Not all the time, but, you know, on and off. And the tips are as good as new. And they're nice and long, so you can, you know, you can see what you're doing from quite a ways away. And actually, I think they're longer now than they used to be, are they? Yeah, they're making their tips even longer now than they used to be. And this is something that I asked them about last time. I said, you know, it'd be great if you could make the pens a little bit longer. And look, the pens are a little bit longer and they're a little bit thicker. They feel really nice in the hand, even better than these. So I am very happy with this. So look at that, a beautiful 3-placer there. Okay. So that's the first one of the pens that I bought. And then here's the other one. Okay, I don't remember it looking like that. I thought I got something else, but that's okay. They're all handmade, and they're one of a kind, all of them. And so, you know, I might have thought I ordered something a little bit different, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, and as you can see, they're not quite exactly the same. Like I can feel that they are just, well, I think they're slightly different. Maybe not. Maybe they're exactly the same. Anyway, look how beautiful these are. And they have a nice hefty weight to them. So, which one am I going to work with? I really like this one. So I'm going to try this one first. And the reason that I decided I had to open these tonight was I am back to working on Europa and Zeus. And I need a I need a good, oh, I got something on my canvas here. And I need a good multi-placer pen. I wish I had more 7-placers. I only have one left and I don't want to waste it right now. So I have decided I will start using the have a handle on this pen. All right, so what am I going to use? For the single placer end, I'm going to use this white tack. And just stick that in there. It's going to take a while to fill up the pen. So this is Eileen's sort of, it's like blue tack except, or Aleen's rather. It's like blue tack except it's not blue. It's this white tack, and it's got good stickiness. I also have some blue tack, and maybe I'll put blue tack in. Nah, I'm not going to put blue tack in the barrels, in the 3 barrels. What I'm going to do is just use regular pink wax in the 3-placer. Okay, this is not necessarily the newest wax that I've got here. As you can see, it's kind of grody, but there, I'm just pressing it in and collecting up a whole bunch of wax there. Okay, so now I have been using the other We Have a Handle on this pen because I wanted to make sure that I was comfortable working with one of Mike and Kelly's pens before I did a demo of working on it. So I'm going to bring it down nice and low here and just adjust my light a little bit. Where am I going to work? What color am I working with? Oh yeah, okay. So I'm doing the down arrows, and let's see, where am I? I'm going to be working in this area here, and I am blown up as much as I can. So I don't actually see any that are 3-placers. So I'm just going to use the 1-placer here and just fill in these with the 1-placer. The nice thing about the white tack as well is that you really can use the outside of your pen barrel to pick up diamonds if you want to, because that stuff is very sticky. Now sometimes with the white tack or the blue tack, if it oozes out, it does get on your diamonds, and sometimes it gets on the canvas, and so that's not the best thing. It's hard to pick it off. And I found, especially with the blue tack, what I found was that it was hard to get it off the diamonds if I got a bunch of a glob of it on the diamonds. Unlike pink wax that you can rub off or brush off with a toothbrush, it's hard to get the white or the blue tack off. So anyway, but I do like it. It seems to last a little bit longer, sometimes a lot longer than, let's try using a double barrel. Okay, so I just pick it up with 2 of the 3-placer ones, and there we go. And I can also use the 3-placer just to place a single one if I want to. Oh, that one didn't go down so well. Or I can use 2. hand here. I've got a goopy bit of pink wax here, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. So yeah, what I like about this is like a regular plastic 3-placer tip. You can use it for 1, 2, or 3 diamonds. The thing I like the best about this, however, is that because the tips are so, like the gauge is so strong, you essentially have a metal multi-placer tip. So it's gonna last. Like, I don't know about you, but I get my plastic multi-placer tips to the point where they're, you know, nicely worked in. And by that, let me just show you the current 4-placer I'm working on. When I say it's nicely worked in, it's got the divots built into it for, you know, where the 4-placer, where the 4 diamonds go. And so, you know, this works really, really well. The only thing is, the older it gets and the more worn down it gets, the weaker it gets. And eventually, you know, one of the edges is going to break off. That's not going to happen with one of these pens from We Have a Handle on This, because these are metal pens, and I can't even imagine what a person would have to do to one of these to break one of the tips off. I just, like, I have dropped my other ones on the floor a number of times. Nothing's ever chipped or broken off. And if it ever did, I would contact Mike and Kelly and just, you know, ask them if they have any kind of warranty or anything like that. I mean, they don't advertise a warranty, so I doubt that they do. But you never know. You know, if the thing breaks through normal wear and tear, essentially, maybe they would offer a replacement. I don't know. Okay, so let's get something that has a lot of, okay, so there's these parentheses, and it's the 842 that I need. All right, so I'm just gonna pour out a bunch of 842, and I'm not even gonna look over here to see if there are any, because what I want to do is show you how I work with this as a 3-placer. So here we go. Works well. Like, I can tell just from the fact that I didn't have to practice. These are perfectly spaced so that 3 diamonds fits on there perfectly. And I mean, I didn't really line them up too well in the tray first. Let me do that here. So I'm taking these 3 here and I'm pushing them against the side of the ridge here so that I can get a nice straight line. And then I'm putting them in place. And then I just need 2 of them. And there we go. Okay, so this works well. And then if I just want 1, there we go. So, I mean, it's not my 7-placer that I had fallen in love with. And 7-placers, you rarely get them. But I like this pen. Okay, everybody, so that previous shot that I put in here of me drilling this was not good. You couldn't actually see what I was doing. So I'm just going to do a little bit here, and you can hopefully see a little bit better how well this works. I am actually really, really impressed with the way this pen works. With the 3-placer. I wasn't too sure about it when I ordered it, because I thought, well, because I had a little bit of challenge sometimes with the 2-placer on the other one. And here I'm using this as a 2-placer. And I'm going to show you another thing where I use it as a two placer, but you see how I've got the two on the two ends there? So I can just do that. And isn't that cool? And so you can fill in spaces like that, or just use it as a one placer. And it could be, like I was using this last night to fill in all of that 842 that you see here. And I didn't, add any more, wax to the pen, so that's why it's a little bit not sticking as well, because I haven't add any new wax here. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased with the way this is turning out. I would recommend, definitely would recommend. And this goes really fast. Now the other thing, you can put 2 diamonds on your pen. Let me find something on screen. Okay, so there's this open space here. I'm going to put one of these down here, and I'm going to put the other one up here. You see that? So it really is a very versatile pen, and I went really fast last night with this. I was extremely impressed with working with this. Now, I haven't actually tried the other pen. Maybe I'll do that right now. I don't think I have any, no, I don't have any goop or anything in it. So I'll put some Aleene's sticky tack in the barrel, the single barrel. And I don't care if it's not absolutely perfect for this. That's the other thing, you're seeing me do this super quick without a lot of attention to detail. Just imagine if I was paying attention to detail, how well this would work. Okay, so that's, I think, enough for that. And then again, I'm using this kind of crappy pink wax, which I've been using for probably the last 3 or 4 diamond paintings that I've worked on, maybe more, because I did a bunch of snack diamond paintings on the weekend. Okay, so I'm just pressing a bunch of it into the barrel, and now I'm just gonna wipe off the excess here. Okay, so now I am using my red-winged blackbird. No, which one's this? This is the red-winged blackbird, yeah. So what I was using before was the Silver Fury. And I'll just keep working up here so that you can see what I'm working on. Oh, see, that was stuck to the side of the barrel. All right, so the single placer works just fine. Let's try out the triple placer, and you see how I don't have the triple placer placed perfectly straight on the diamonds. Many people would, be a little bit more fussy about that, but as long as it works for me, that's all I care about. And there you go. And then I can just sort of move these around a little bit. Yeah, this one works very well too. I am very pleased with this. I would consider this to be an excellent product based on having worked with it for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours last night, and just the amount of time that you're seeing me work on this today. I'm doing this now. It's Tuesday, May 26th, because when I was editing the video just now of the unboxing, I realized that all of my diamond placement was off screen last night. I was just so excited to actually get going with this thing that I didn't pay attention to what you could see or not see. So, hold on. It's stuck to the side of the barrel because there's too much wax on the edge of the barrel. Okay. So now I'll show you, so I've got just a single diamond on there. And so this is what I was saying. You can easily use the 3-placer as a 1-placer, a 2-placer, or a 3-placer. And so that makes it very, very versatile. Which, now, you see how I've got these 2 drills here and there's a space between them? Doesn't really matter, because you can, and I'll do the same thing. Let me get 2 that are not perfectly aligned. So, okay, you see how I've got quite a bit of space in between those drills. I'm going to put them together here. So, there. Just with a simple little push. Whoops. Sometimes I do it better than that. With a simple little push, you can, and again, I'm doing it again with diamonds that are not perfectly lined up. And let's just make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm laying this down and laying that down, and as I lay them down, they get beautifully pushed together. So, here's an 842 that I didn't notice was not properly laid down last night. Yeah, so there you go. I think you're getting the idea. These pens work very well. They're beautiful. They feel good in the hand. The price is very reasonable. $17 for one of them, $18 for the other. And shipping, well, you know, and all of their shipping now is tracked. I got an email after I ordered saying, you know, if you asked for tracked shipping, you know, you'll get information about that soon. And so I emailed them and said, ooh, I didn't realize I could ask for tracked shipping. And, you know, I would like my order tracked. And they, you know, they said all of our orders now are tracked. So you don't actually have to track orders. Anyway, the shipping, you know, was what I consider to be a lot, but it is what it is. Shipping is always one of the most expensive things about any diamond painting product. If it says it's free shipping, it means that they've just factored the price of the shipping into the price of the product. So you're always paying for shipping. It's just sometimes it's included in the price and sometimes you pay extra for it. So I think, you know, $57 Canadian, which is, I don't know, maybe $40 US for 2 handmade, custom made, because, you know, I asked for 3 diamond tips in the end. I could have asked for 1, 2, or none in this second end. You know, that I think is less than $30 Canadian, which is about, I don't know, 20 some dollars American, $21 American. I think that's a very reasonable price to pay for hand-turned custom product. And I would order from them again. And I'm telling you right now, if they ever decide to start offering 4-placers, I would definitely try that out. Now, at a certain point, you're not, you know, it's going to be hard to, you'd have to have a very wide base here to, you know, accommodate very many more tips. But, I don't know. I'd be interested, you know, if they need somebody to test it out, I'd be happy to test it out for them. Because I am liking this 3-placer a lot. And I'll be able to finish this diamond painting quite quickly with this 3-placer. See, I'm not paying a lot of attention here. And I should pay a little bit more attention. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the other video now. And yeah, there you go. But now you're able to actually see how well this works. And hopefully you will want to try Mike and Kelly's really tremendous product here. I like this 3-placer. I like both of my 3-placers. way better than the two placers that I had from this company before. So I got the two of them, and I will be working with these for the next little while. So just to show you once again, there's this one and this one, and I'm just going to pause while I get the information about these two pens. I have to zoom out a bit because you can't actually see everything there. Okay, let me get the information on these two pens back. Okay, so this one here is Red-Winged Blackbird, and I think that's a very good name for it because it's got the red, the yellow, and the black that you would see on a red-winged blackbird. And this one is called Silver Fury, and I think that's a good name for it too. I mean, they are just beautiful, and like I say, they feel really nice, and I love the fact that they have started making them thicker than their old ones. And this thickness at the tip here, that's going to make it even less likely that these will break if you drop them or if you press too hard or anything like that. It's a really nice change to the design. I'm very happy with that. So thanks everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and check them out. These two pens with shipping cost me $57, which I think is a reasonable price for you know, the quality that you get. Like, these things feel like they're quality. They're absolutely smooth and beautiful. As I said, the gauge of these metal tips is much thicker than you would get. Let me see if it's this, whoops. Let me see if it's the same thickness as on the previous pens. Can't tell on that end, but here, yeah, it's this. They're using the same gauge, I think. Maybe a teeny tiny bit thinner. But I found that these were easier to pick diamonds up with than these. So whatever they've done, it's better. They're getting better at what they do, which is good. Okay, so that's it. That is the two single placer with three placer tip option pens from We Have a Handle on This at www.wehaveahandleonthis.com. Check them out. They have a lot of beautiful designs, and I'm sure you'll find something you like. So thanks everybody. Take care. I'll be back with you again real soon. Bye-bye now.